Episode 7. Before You Return, Everything That Carried You Here. Prologue. The Silence Before the Storm. There is a kind of silence you may know well. Not the silence of peace, not the silence of rest, the silence of wondering if anything is still happening. The silence of feeling like the world is moving and you are standing still. You look at your life and you wonder, am I making progress? Is this working? Is something still happening? And in the quiet, in the uncertain in-between, doubt. What if nothing is actually changing? This is for the ones who are asking that question, the ones who are in the waiting, the ones who cannot see what is forming beneath the surface. Because something is forming. Something is moving. Something has been preparing you quietly, faithfully, without your permission for everything that is ahead. This is The Well and the Tide, and this is episode 7. Before you return, let us remember everything that carried you here. Chapter 1. Why Growth is Invisible. We have been taught to measure growth by what we can see, by numbers that go up, by changes we can feel, by results we can show to others. But the deepest growth, the kind that actually changes who you are, does not announce itself. It does not send you a notification. It does not arrive on a day you have planned. Think of a seed planted in dark soil. For days, for weeks, there is nothing to see. No sign, no proof, no evidence. If you were watching from above, you might think nothing was happening. You might think the seed had failed. But beneath the surface, a quiet revolution was underway. The roots were going deeper first. Before the breakthrough comes the deepening. Before the visible comes the invisible. Before the return comes everything that prepared you for it. You are not behind. You are being rooted. And the work that no one sees, the small decisions, the quiet choices, the mornings you kept going when no one noticed, that is the work that matters most. Because growth that happens slowly grows deeper. And what grows deeply cannot be easily uprooted. You are changing, even when you cannot measure it, even when no one can see it. You are changing. Chapter 2. Navigating the Fog of Uncertainty. There are seasons when the path ahead is not clear. You cannot see far. You cannot see the outcome. You cannot see whether the direction you are walking is the right one. Only a few steps at a time. And that can feel very uncomfortable because we want clarity. We want specific direction. We want someone to tell us, this is right, keep going. But sometimes clarity is not given all at once. It is revealed, step by step, choice by choice, breath by breath. The fog is not permanent. It has never been permanent. Think of every season of fog you have already passed through. Every time you could not see clearly, and yet you moved. And the path revealed itself. You have navigated uncertainty before. You did not always know how. You did not always feel ready, but you moved anyway. And somehow the light came. Uncertainty is not the enemy of growth. It is often the very condition that growth requires. Because if you could see everything clearly from the beginning, you might never have taken the first step. The fog keeps you present. The uncertainty keeps you humble. The not knowing keeps you open. So if you cannot see clearly right now, this is not a sign that something is wrong. It is a sign that something is unfolding. Chapter 3. The Myth of Overnight Success. We live in a world that celebrates what is fast, quick results, instant breakthroughs, visible success. And so when our own journey feels slow, when the progress does not match the pace we see around us, we begin to wonder if we are doing something wrong. But here is what the world does not show you. Behind every breakthrough, there were years of quiet effort. Behind every person who appears to have arrived, there is a story of unseen persistence, of small choices made in private, of mornings when they wanted to quit and did not. There is no such thing as overnight success. There is only unseen preparation. The tallest trees did not grow tall in a season. They grew through drought and storm, through seasons of abundance and seasons of barely enough, through years when no one was watching and years when the world finally noticed. You are in one of those quiet seasons, and that is not a consolation prize. That is not something to be ashamed of. That is the actual work. That is the season that makes everything else possible. Consistency is not glamorous. It is not applauded. It rarely goes viral. But it is the only thing that has ever built anything real. So release the timeline you have been given by the world. Release the comparison. Release the urgency that was never yours to carry. You are not behind anyone. You are exactly where your own process requires you to be. Chapter 4. Flowing like the tide. Watch the tide. It does not rush. It does not force its movement. It does not panic when it retreats. It simply flows. Steady, consistent, faithful, and over time, over patient and hurried time, it reshapes the entire shore. The tide does not wonder if it is doing enough. It does not compare itself to the waves across the world. It does not stop to ask whether anyone noticed. It simply moves with its nature. Again, and again. Your life works the same way. You do not need to be extraordinary every day. You do not need to produce a breakthrough every week. You do not need to show the world something remarkable every time. You only need to remain consistent, to keep moving with your nature, your element. Because even the tide rests, even the ocean pulls back before it returns. And in that pulling back, in that temporary stillness, there is no failure. There is only gathering strength for the return. This is what you have been doing. You have not been lost. You have not been wasting time. You have not been falling behind. You have been gathering. And when the time comes, and it will come, you will return to the shore, not because you forced it, but because it was always your nature. Chapter 5. Lessons in the delay. Delays are difficult. They test your patience. They challenge your belief. They ask you to keep trusting a process you cannot fully understand. And it is easy in the delay to begin asking the wrong questions. Why is this taking so long? What am I doing wrong? Why does it seem easier for everyone else? But what if the delay is not punishment? What if the delay is preparation? Preparation for the version of you that is still forming. The version that is wiser, more grounded, more ready to receive and carry what is coming. Because what is ahead requires a you that does not yet fully exist. And the waiting is not empty time, it is formation time. Think of what is being formed in the waiting. Patience, which cannot be taught, only lived. Clarity, which cannot be rushed, only earned. Strength, which only comes from being tested and choosing to remain. The delay gave you those things. The years of invisible effort gave you those things. The mornings you kept going when no one was watching gave you those things. You did not lose that time. You became in that time. Everything you have been through, every season of waiting, every moment of doubt, every quiet morning of choosing to keep going was carrying you to this moment, to this understanding, to the version of you that is listening right now. Chapter 6, Visualizing the Horizon. Even when you cannot see the full path, you can still hold a vision. Not a perfect picture, not a detailed map, not certainty about every step, just a feeling, a direction, a sense of becoming. Like standing at the ocean and looking toward the horizon. You cannot reach it in one step. You cannot swim there today. You may not even know exactly what waits on the other side, but you know it is there. And that knowing, that quiet, faithful knowing, is enough. Because a vision does not need to be complete to be true. It only needs to be real enough to align you, to remind you which direction to face, to give your next step meaning. You have a vision, even if you would not call it that, even if it feels fragile, even if some days it is only a whisper, it is there. And every small thing you have done, every quiet effort, every moment of choosing to keep going has been moving you toward it. You are closer than you think, not because everything is perfect, not because the path became clear, but because you stayed, because you are still here, still breathing, still becoming, still moving, even in the stillness. Hold that horizon. It belongs to you. You are becoming. Take a breath. You are not lost. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are becoming. Slowly, quietly, powerfully. Trust the process, even when you do not understand it, even when it feels slow, even when it feels uncertain, because everything you are experiencing is shaping you, preparing you, guiding you, and everything you have been through, every season that tested you, every moment that felt like too much was carrying you. What if the process you are resisting is the one that is transforming you? This is the well and the tide at Melonious. Until next time, keep refilling your well.